want my audience to know I'll be speaking with Dr. Robin Moore. He's here to talk about probiotics. Dr. Moore, there's a new campaign. Tell me about this campaign that includes probiotics.
Hi, yes, good morning. So a little bit about myself. I'm Robin Moore, and I work with a group called Rewild, and our focus is really on protecting and restoring Earth's ecosystem, which are what sustain us. Ecosystems are our first line of defense against emerging disease, climate chaos, and provide everything from clean water and food to medicines. Similarly, there's some striking parallels with our gut microbiome, which is also a living ecosystem made up of trillions of living, breathing bacterial species. And just as we've seen a decline in the biodiversity of our ecosystems in the wild, we've lost nearly 70% of wildlife populations since 1970. We're also seeing incredible loss of biodiversity in the ecosystem within us. And data shows that the gut microbiome has lost nearly half of its microbial diversity over the last 70 years. So, there's a lot of parallels, a lot of similarities. And at Rewild, we often say that rewilding the world starts with rewilding ourselves and really recognizing that we're not separate from, but we are part of nature.
I'm so glad that you said that, because my next question is, we're damaging and losing the ecosystems that are around us. Now I am, as this media host, I'm hearing more about damaging our gut microbiome system. Do you think there's a connection? Because in my world, God made everything, and it's really all connected. But that's my viewpoint. What do you say?
I think it's all absolutely connected. There is science that shows if we grow up and are in nature and interacting with the soil and natural ecosystems, that it has a positive beneficial effect on our microbiota within. So I think as we disconnect ourselves from the natural world, as we move away from that, and more than half of the global population now is in urban centers, we're in our concrete jungles, I think it definitely, it's connected. And so there are many stressors that we're placing on our gut biodiversity, but certainly one of them is that disconnect. And there's absolutely, I would say, it's all interconnected. I think one of our core messages is that what happens in the Amazon affects us wherever we are. It affects the weather patterns, it affects climate change. So I think absolutely it's all connected, and we, paying attention to what happens around us and within us is vital.
It seems like you guys are on the right track. You're putting 2 and 2 and making it make 4 when people saying 2 and 2 makes 3. So you guys seem like you're on the right track. Tell me about the campaign, Protect the Gut Microbiome.
Yeah, so at Rewild, we've teamed up with Cultural Probiotics to really help draw attention to the similarities between the at-risk ecosystems of our world and the ecosystems within, specifically the human gut microbiome. So just like so many of Earth's biomes, the forests, the oceans, the grasslands, the human gut microbiome is vulnerable. And similar to the ecosystems of the world that Rewild works to protect and restore, the gut is also faced with a barrage of threats to its biodiversity. So together, we're using the Protect the Gut Microbiome campaign to raise awareness of the importance of protecting biodiversity in all ecosystems, both inside and out, because we must take care of ourselves in order to take care of the planet.
Will there be education for people? And let me tell you why I'm asking this question. When I told my audience that you were coming on, and I'm heard on multiple platforms, one of the posters said that they encountered something they had never even heard of. It's called C. diff, and you probably heard of it, but outside the medical community, I don't think we're hearing of it. So are we going to be invaded with things that already exist, but we just didn't know about them because we're just uninformed?
So I've certainly learned a lot about the gut microbiome since we formed our partnership with Cultural Probiotics. I just didn't have a full appreciation of the extent of what was happening, and I think we've so part of this campaign and the partnership is to bring to life some of the things that are happening to the ecosystems of the world that I'm involved in day in, day out, but many people may not be. So some of that might be new information. But also, I think many people's eyes will be open, like mine have, to the realities of what is happening inside of us. And people can go to the campaign website, protectthegut.com, for more information, and hopefully, we'll learn something along the way.
I'm going to let you close out this interview because I think it's very, very important. If we don't take care of the outside ecosystem, like the forest and the trees and the air, the water, especially the water, and whether it's in the Amazon or in your neighborhood, and we don't take care of our ecosystems inside of our bodies, what do you see going on?
Yeah, it's, I think it's probably the most critical thing that we have to do to take care. I think there's a reason that Earth and Mars are different. There is no life on Mars, and I think we have this incredible, thriving planet filled with an abundance and diversity of life. And I think if we don't appreciate and protect it, then we're seeing the consequences, outbreaks of disease, pandemics that are increased by our exploitation of these ecosystems, the natural world. So I think we do need a paradigm shift in how we are relating to and relating with and treating and appreciating biodiversity, both within and outside of ourselves, and recognizing that we share this planet with trillions upon trillions of other species that all have a critical role to play. And it's a little like, the parts of a watch, even if we don't fully understand what each little cog does, if we remove it, we don't know what the consequences will be. So it's vital that we take care of and protect and restore that abundance and diversity of life that essentially is the fabric of everything that we have on this planet.
Dr. Robin Moore is my guest today. Dr. Robin Moore, once again, where can they go online and find more information about the topic you and I have talked about?
Yeah, so you can go to protectthegut.com to learn more about this campaign.
Thank you so much for the work that you do. I really appreciate the information that you shared, and please come back to.
Thank you so much.